All right, gang. So here's some career advice for new loan officers in 2023. As we go into a market that is unlike any market that we've ever been in for at least the last 20 years, as long as I've been in this industry, what we're facing right now are different challenges. And so if you're starting off as a new loan officer, these are some pointers that you're going to want to take with you going into the year 2023 with the current market. Welcome back to Sales Remastered. If you are new here, my name is Daniel, and I post content on sales hacks that you can apply in any field, covering insights from psychology, wordplay, and even mindset hacking to help you reach the top of your field that much faster. If that is what you're looking for, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to get notified for any new content. Now let's get back to the video. So the first thing that I want to share with you as a new loan officer is you're going to want to understand how Mavent works. Mavent is for compliance. Compliance has a lot to do with regards to like high fees or ATR, which stands for ability to repay, / QM, which is basically qualified mortgage. And Mavent is very important to understand because as we go into a market where rates are increasing, so is the buy down points. And you might be a loan officer whose comp is affected by their PEs. The more PE that you give could very well affect your comp, or it could very well just shut out the opportunity altogether. And so you need to understand your threshold and your barriers with regards to PEs, because if you're over here trying to sell a deal that will not pass Mavent unless you have 200 basis points in PE, but you can't give that PE, or you could give that PE, but then it takes your comp from 125 basis points down to 10 basis points, it's important that you understand that, right? So it's very important that you understand how Mavent works. You understand how to pass your points fees test. You have to make sure that you understand that to a very high degree. If you want to learn more about that, I do one-on-one mentoring. So I'm more than happy to walk you through that along with other topics that help you stay paid within this climate and this current market. And we could deep dive in regards to that. But that's a lot of technical content that you need to understand because it will make the difference of whether or not you're spinning your wheels or you're an efficient loan originator who's getting paid on every single transaction and every single file that you put your time into. Another thing to understand in this market right now is you need to know the value of departed agents' past clients. What does that mean? So you may be coming on a team as a new loan officer. However, that team has been around for a long time. And that more than likely that team or that company has loan officers who no longer work for the company anymore. However, that loan officer could have a book of business. In other words, past clients with that particular lender. And it's very important to understand the value of that because those are people who are already branded with you. So it's not like a cold call. You're not calling people who are not familiar with you. You're not a stranger to these people. You need to understand the value of actually reaching out to departed agents, past clients, because they're already aware of who you are. You might be their current mortgage company that they're making payments to. And so it's a little bit easier to reach out to them because they're familiar with your brand. They're familiar with your name. So understand the value of that because there are a lot of people that are sleeping on this data, but they can actually turn that into profit right now because of the current market. And so if they're more familiar with you, that removes the barrier of you having to convince them to trust you because they already trust you. They already have their mortgage with you. So make sure you understand the value of having that data and how to capitalize. Again, if you want to learn more about that, check out the 1 hour mentoring. I'll be more than happy to share some time with you so you can capitalize on those loans because you need the revenue coming in right now. So when you do actually hunt, when you do actually go out and network, if you are outside loan agent and you're trying to get referral partners, it's much easier to attract them when you don't seem desperate. So make sure you understand the value of that. Another piece of advice that I give to new loan officers is you need to understand what makes your manager happy. Because if you become a burden or if you become like a task in itself, you're going to be singled out. You need to make sure that you understand how to move in this market. How to move is you just need to be confident. You need to understand that you will more than likely have mistakes or run into things. But you don't need to overthink every single step of the process. You don't need to get a blessing just to take action. You got to use some common sense here. And so if you are getting hit from operations or you're getting, emails from, let's say, disclosure trigger notices that you have to get this e-signed or you have to get a COC e-sign, whatever type of platform that you're on, just make a move, take a step, right? Learn till you actually get stuck, then pull in your manager, right? It's disheartening to see there's a lot of loan officers who don't want to take a step, and so they'll hold themselves back and they will wait until the manager gives them instruction. But obviously the most common instruction is just do what you think is smart. So reach out to the operations, reach out to the loan processor, or connect with your borrower. Just make sure that you are at least taking action. Will you mess up? Sure, that's okay. Because more than likely, there are a lot of filters in place with your organization that you can't move to a particular phase in the process until you have everything complete in the prior phase. So don't worry so much. Don't overthink things. Just actually take action. Be brave, because in the worst case is if you do mess up an experience where you lost a deal, or you really genuinely put yourself in a position where you have to explain things or you have to work backwards, in the very least, you're gonna learn from that. So you will move forward knowing how not to make that mistake again. But if you sit there and you wait and you overthink and you wait until your manager gives you the direction, the manager is just like, why won't you just take action? Just have confidence within your process, have confidence within your organization's process flow. Know that you have other people, other support operations or team members within your organization that you could delegate certain responsibilities to. But you have to learn from every mistake. That's the biggest win or takeaway that you could have when you meet roadblocks or when you have a mistake or you have a loan drop. Just really understand and learn from whatever resulted in that particular mistake. That's the biggest takeaway. And I think your managers are going to love you for it, because they're going to see that you are efficient. They're going to see that you're just running, right? As opposed to checking in with them on every single step of the process. Now it's like them actually managing the loan. And if you come across that way, you're going to be the loan officer who just has so many requests and so much support that's needed to where, it's going to take up the valuable time. Instead, be self-efficient, be confident that you can break things. Right. And I think that in itself is going to show the character that your manager will want in a loan officer, because you're actually removing a lot of the duties from the manager who's overseeing you and your pipeline. Just run. Okay, who cares? And the final piece of advice that I give any new loan officer going into 2023, stay away from rate and term. If you're a refinance agent, the last thing you want to do is be looking for conventional rate and terms, or even FHA or VA rate and terms. It's a cash out market, right? Focus your time where you're going to get the most return. And the most return is going to be based on those who are looking to take cash out and pay off debt. Those are going to be the ones who actually give you traction, because you're providing results. Rate and term is a unicorn right now. You're not going to be able to do much with a rate and term. Could you take them from an FHA to a conventional? Sure. But will that rate and payment go up? More than likely. So is it better for them to stay in the FHA because their payments stay the same? Yes. Why? Is because the cost of living have increased. So not too many homeowners can actually take on a bigger bill right now. So don't put yourself in harm's way, or at least in a situation where you're burning your time. Please be mindful of that, because if you are not aware, you're just spinning your wheels. And we're not here for the hourly pay. We're not here for the minimum wage. We're not here for the base salary. We're here for the potential that commission allows us to have. And that is to make enough to where we are able to grow. We're able to create a safety net or a reserve account or amount in our bank to where we are protected for months or years to come. So those are a few things that I want to share with any new loan officers who are coming into this game, especially as we walk into 2023. These are very, very helpful pieces of advice. Please let me know which piece of advice that you learned from below in the comment section. And don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe if this is your first time catching content on Sales Remastered. And please do not forget to share. I have more content coming out in the days to come, so I look forward to seeing you there. Bye. Now it's your time to hit the thumbs up if this video helped you. I love engaging with you in the comment section below. Lastly, please share this video with someone else that can benefit from this topic. Thanks for subscribing. Look out for the notification for my next video, and I'll see you there.